with a presentation of the Solar and Energy Loan Fund SELF New Services by Mr. Doug Coward, Director of the National Expansion and Partnerships.
Mr. Mims, do you have anything to lead?
Actually, Mayor, I believe you requested this.
Did
Yes, ma'am.
request it. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Coward, for being with us. And actually, we're kind of rescheduled, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is this on?
yes.
Okay, great. Good evening, Madam Mayor, members of the City Commission. It's an honor to be back in front of you today, and I appreciate the opportunity to provide an update on all of our different programs and also some results, and congratulations to our newest commissioner. We've had a good working relationship with the city for more than 10 years, and we do appreciate all the help that you've given us to help get the word out to the community about our nonprofit. So again, I thank you for this opportunity. I do want to briefly recognize Dwan Andrade, who is the executive director of the organization, also the co-leader. She's been instrumental in helping us raise over $40 million to date and help build our underwriting, and has just done an amazing job and has just been promoted to be our executive director. So just want to acknowledge Dwan. A little bit of history and context for those who are not familiar with the Solar and Energy Loan Fund. We were created right here in St. Lucie County back in 2010 through an ARA grant. We became the first local government green bank created in the United States, and we basically piloted what is known as a Green Community Development Financial Institution. For those who are not familiar with the National CDFI program, it's an initiative by U.S. Treasury and Congress to try and make sure that underserved and underbanked communities have access to low-cost capital. It's critical for redevelopment initiatives. Our nonprofit has created 4 lending programs to date, and I'll be getting into those in a little more detail in just a second. But our flagship program that you're probably most familiar with is our Green Home Loans program, whereby we offer unsecured microloans to homeowners based on their ability to pay, not on their credit scores. So one of the key issues about the nonprofit self-organization is what I would describe as financial inclusion. It's estimated that 34% of Americans cannot access traditional financing. That means more than 100 million people in America can't go to a bank and get a loan. And so when their home has an issue, whether it's an AC or their roof's falling in, they're usually left with 2 choices: to suffer the consequences or to go to a predatory lender to seek funding. So SELF is filling that financial gap so that the homeowner can access financing, and we typically are saving them 10 to 20% of their interest rates as well. And then in the process, you're also helping to salvage a project for a local contractor so they have additional work to do. So in a win-win situation here, everyone can benefit from this program. But the key is that we're filling a critical market gap for low and moderate income homeowners and for local contractors in the community. For those who are not familiar with the mission of the organization, our main focus is to really help rebuild underserved communities by providing them access to affordable financing. And what we're doing is primarily assisting with sustainable home improvement projects. And that sounds fancier than it is, because what we're really doing is helping people put in high efficiency air conditioners, new roofs, impact windows, hurricane shutters, solar technologies, but things that every home needs on a regular basis. These are the 4 primary lending products that we've created so far, and actually St. Lucie County has more programs available here than anywhere else that we operate. But number 1 is our Green Home Loans that I mentioned briefly. This is accounted for probably about 85% of our lending to date. We've completed 3,200 projects totaling $32 million. We've expanded from 1 county here in St. Lucie to now operating in 4 states. So we are scaling our Green Home Loans program. And concurrently, we also recognized that we needed to find additional tools so that we could help others who may not be homeowners. For example, here in Fort Pierce, there's a lot of folks who are renting. So how do we assist them if they're not the owner and they're not able to take out these loans and do these projects? Well, we need to get directly to the landlords. So we've actually partnered with the Atlanta Housing Authority, and we're piloting an initiative right now with them. And we've rolled out this new landlord loan, which is basically providing landlords with low-cost financing so that they can make a variety of improvements to their properties. And then most recently, we're teaming up with Mayor Cava in Miami-Dade County. And we have developed a new SAGE program, which is supposed to help small affordable housing developers gain access to low-cost financing. As a part of that, we've also set up a technical advisory initiative so that we can actually help folks who've not done these small projects work through that process. And then lastly, here in St. Lucie County, we helped St. Lucie County create one of the first PACE programs in Florida. PACE is both good and bad. PACE is not an unsecured product, it's a secured product. And unfortunately, Florida has not adopted the same level of consumer protections that the other states in the country who have PACE. So we voluntarily adopted those with full support from the St. Lucie County Commission. So St. Lucie actually has higher consumer protection standards in place than state law requires. So we're not just trying to promote green financing, we're trying to do this prudently. We're trying to help people, not hurt them. And a PACE loan, you need to make sure you have the ability to pay. Many folks hear our name and think that we only do solar, so I wanted to kind of give an overview of the broad types of home improvements that we do. We are the Solar and Energy Loan Fund, not the Solar Energy Loan Fund. We do much more than just solar, so we've been trying to rebrand ourselves as the SELF organization. Much of what we're doing, probably 85–90% of the loans we're doing are high-efficiency ACs and roofs. Every home in the community, you know, we've got builders that know more about this than me on this dais, but we've got folks, every home needs a new roof every, 15 years or so? Everyone needs a new AC every 10 years or so. So what we're doing is helping people fix their home and then also upgrade at the same time. But you can see from this image, it's very comprehensive in terms of what we finance. We first started with a narrow focus on energy conservation and efficiency and solar, but then we expanded into resilience so that we're doing roofs, impact windows, hurricane shutters. We also had a number of disabled clients, and it just dawned on us that if we're going to be helping people fix up their homes, why would we not help seniors and disabled homeowners in the process? So we're the only green bank in America that actually developed a specific program for disabled homeowners. And so we're able to offer very low interest rate loans for wheelchair ramps, widening hallways, redoing bathrooms and kitchens, just so that the home itself is safer and it enhances mobility. So when we talk about promoting sustainability for all, we mean it. We also just piloted a new program with Martin County to roll out a septic to sewer conversion program. And we're just about to hit $1 million of lending in Martin County, just helping people get off septic tanks and onto central sewer. So we're also interested in working with FPUA and not only advancing energy efficiency and renewables, but we can also assist with the septic to sewer conversion issue as well. And then I just want to quickly point out that we don't just provide financing, we also provide a broad array of project coordination. We pre-screen all of our contractors. We have over 950 contractors in our 4-state network. We make sure that they have proper license, proper insurance, good track record. We're also checking pricing. And this is particularly true for those who are investing in solar. Solar is a newer technology. I get calls almost weekly from people saying, hey, I just invested in solar. How did I do? And I say, well, you just got ripped off. You just overpaid by $15,000 or $20,000. So sometimes it's not always trying to get the best rate, interest rate, but it's also making sure you've got a solid company that's giving you a fair price. And so SELF provides that oversight just to make sure that unscrupulous, particularly out-of-town developers, are not coming in here and trying to gouge local clients. So we're helping people get fair pricing in the process. And then just want to mention, you know, when you think about the Green Bank or the Solar and Energy Loan Fund, you often will think of just the environmental benefits that come from that. There clearly are great benefits of reducing our carbon footprint, switching to renewables, but there are also broader impacts that I think are worth mentioning. From the economic development standpoint, we have over 250 contractors working in this region. I think we have about 125 in this county alone. Our number one contractor is a mom and pop AC company from Fort Pierce who's been with us for more than 10 years. And we've done, I believe, $1.2 million of projects with that one company. So we're not just here to help homeowners. If there are Fort Pierce contractors who are listening, we would like you to join our network for free. We do not charge do not charge dealer fees. It's a cash price. So you're actually going to reduce your cost of your projects, and you're going to be able to help more clients within your community. So we'd like to get more roofers, more AC companies, and we're particularly interested in increasing the number of minority contractors that we're currently working with. And then lastly is a broader bucket of social impacts, particularly health. If you're helping somebody put in a high-efficiency AC, it's not just cutting their energy bills, it also has a direct impact on their comfort, their quality of life, and if you're elderly or disabled, it can have a significant impact on your quality of life. So there's some huge social impacts as well. But we generally describe what we're doing as advancing triple bottom line impacts, because we're able to help with economic, environmental, and social benefits. A lot of people also are curious, where are we raising these funds from? We've raised $42 million to date. We have 24 different investors, both nationally and even globally. More than half of our investors are faith-based organizations who've taken their money out of the stock market, and they're no longer focusing on maximizing yield. They're trying to maximize impact with their money. So we've seen Catholic organizations across the country taking their money out of the stock market and looking for alternative vehicles to invest in. And so because we're helping in underserved communities and helping advance clean energy, we've been able to attract tremendous interest from faith-based organizations across the country. Also, now that we have a near 13-year track record and we have kept default rates very low, and we've never missed a repayment to any of our investors, we're also able to raise significantly more capital. So when we first started this organization, if we got a $50,000 investment, we were dancing in the streets. Well, now we're closing $10 million line of credit. We're doing a $2 million EQ2. We've gotten great support from Bank United, PNC, Amerant Bank, and we're attracting a lot more bank CRA investments into our program as well. The other one that I wanted to mention is Kiva. Kiva is an international crowdfunding platform that has raised over $1 billion globally through 1.2 million individual investors. And it's through this program that we're able to help people with the lowest credit scores access our lowest interest rates. And think about that, because normally when you go to a bank, if you have a low credit score, you're going to be paying the highest interest rate. We turn that upside down. If you come to us, we've even helped people with 0 credit scores. If you can show us the ability to pay, we will deem you to be credit worthy. And through the Kiva program, we're able to raise, through global crowdfunding, crowdfunded loans at 5% interest fixed for an unsecured loan. If you have good credit and go and get an unsecured loan, you're probably going to pay 15 to 18%. If you have bad credit, you probably can't get it. But most of our clients are using a credit card at 25% interest. So if we can come to the table with 5% fixed, we're typically saving them at least 10 and even 20% of their interest rates. Plus, we report our loans to the credit bureau, so as they're paying their loans off with us, they're actually building their credit. So at the end of that term, they're going to have more options available to them at the end of that process. And then just really quickly, overall results to date, we've raised $42 million total and leveraged $90 million of projects and through our partnerships. We've done $32 million of direct lending through our green home loans, with the average loan size being about $10,000, which means about 3,200 projects with 3 people per home. That's almost 10,000 people that we've helped just through that one program alone. And then in the top right, probably the number that we're most proud of is that 3 out of every 4 loans that we're doing are in low and moderate income areas. We're trying to help the people that need the help the most. These are the folks who are impacted the most by climate change, by severe weather, by increasing electricity rates, and they're also the ones who have participated and benefited the least from the fast emerging clean energy economy. So we're trying to take advantage of these proven technologies. And then closing out on the bottom row, again, our default rates have remained at or below 2%, so we're actually outperforming banks despite lending in what's perceived as a riskier environment. And we've now taken St. Lucie County's program and expanded it across the entire state of Florida, and we've just recently taken steps to open up Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, and we have agreements in place. We're about to open up Tennessee and Texas next. So we're expanding pretty rapidly. And then wanted to just close out with specific results here in St. Lucie County. Because we started here and our headquarters is here in Fort Pierce, we have very strong relationships with the contractor base, local government support. So we've now surpassed $10 million of projects in St. Lucie County. That's about 1,000 individual projects. Here in the city of Fort Pierce, we've completed 346 projects totaling $3.5 million. And another number I'm super proud of is that we've invested $1 million in Lincoln Park. I don't know how many folks are investing $1 million in Lincoln Park, but we're super proud to be doing that with you, and we'd like to do a lot more. And then lastly is just the number of contractors that we've worked with. Just a quick snapshot of some of the folks that we've been able to help here. Each one of these has a significant story. And you'd be amazed at how a small loan can be so transformational for people's lives, but it truly can be. And then I just want to close out by identifying a couple of staff, key staff. Roy Eastman DeGans, in fact, he just hit 7 years with us today. Congratulations, Roy, on your great work. He runs our CDFI and Kiva loans in the region. He's probably done over $5 million of projects himself. And then Chuck Washington is our St. Lucie County PACE manager. And the PACE program does residential, commercial, industrial, and opens up other sectors. So that is a quick overview of SELF, and I'm going to stop there and just open it up if you have any questions.
Wonderful. You've come a long way.
Come a long way.
Yeah. Questions? Yes, sir.
Thank you for the presentation. And let me be the first to say thank you for the million plus in the Lincoln Park area. A few questions. Starting with the Lincoln Park area, I know there are a lot of elderly retirees,
Right.
and I don't know how that their income stream will fall into place, but I know in that area there are a lot of elderly retirees. Could they benefit from this program, and if so, can you let us know how they can get in contact with you and go from there?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Gaines, surprisingly, our number one cohort of people that we help are seniors.
Right.
And when we started this program 12 and a half years ago, I was thinking it was going to be the younger professionals who'd be investing in these technologies, but no, it is retirees on fixed incomes who are having issues with their homes, and they may not have a lot of savings, and they may not have great credit scores, and they simply need access to low-cost financing for roofs, ACs, or whatever issue. So we're already doing that, and we'd like to do a whole lot more. In fact, if you're willing, I'll put you on the spot. I'll go out in the community with you so we can get the message out there, because our biggest problem as a nonprofit, people don't know we're here. And so that's why I appreciate this opportunity so much, just to share info with the community. But we'd love to work with you more and get the word out.
Well, I will accept your invitation, and I will go out, because most of the older houses, or the houses that need the work that you're trying to do, are some of the older houses that have been there from the retirees that taught most of us in here, who are still living in these old houses. But I can almost, and I hate to say guarantee, but some of them might not even know about this program. So let's go out and we if Madam Attorney, that's all right. Okay, I can go out.
Commissioner, could I add one more thing, if I could, is with the passage of the Historic Climate Bill,
Right.
$370 billion, there's a big chunk of it, $27 billion, that's going in this new category of the Greenhouse Gas Reduction Fund, which is basically a national climate bank, which is like SELF on steroids at the national level. In fact, they brought us in to showcase SELF in Congress when they were debating this bill. So my point being is that with that being passed, we're going to now gain access to low-cost capital to bring into the community to re-lend out. But the point I really wanted to make is that it's also going to have grants that are going to be available for low-income people. 40% of the climate bill is supposed to go towards basically energy equity, or people that are in lower income areas. So we'll be able to go into areas that need help and not only provide low-cost financing, but we may be able to bring grants in to help lower the cost of those projects at the same time.
Okay, thank you for that. Now, all right, so that was the fastball, and now come the curveball.
Uh-oh.
I have to do it. All right, the part with the helping the landlords.
The landlords?
The landlords. Have you seen any instances where they come to you, get the grant, fix up their their apartments and their complexes, and then the next thing I know, based on this, they're raising the rates, and the people that contacted to try to get the help, tried to get the help
Yeah.
where they were living, now they can't afford it, and are out looking somewhere else or homeless. So I know you might not have the answer for that, and you can't stop it. But I'm just understanding, trying to figure out, have you seen it, so I can try to figure out a way
Yeah.
to prevent it.
We've just started this program in Atlanta.
Right.
I think we've done about 10 projects so far. So it's a little early to be able to give you a full snapshot. And in that particular case, their housing authority is directly involved in providing a supplemental increase in the voucher.
Okay.
And so it's a really interesting case because the loan amount is going to be offset by the voucher. There's literally no cost to the landlord. So if I do think in that particular instance, though I'd have to confirm, that they do have controls in place so that would not happen, right?
If I don't ask the question, then
No, it's a great question, Commissioner, because we're also working with affordable housing developers, and we want to make sure that a certain number of those units, stay affordable, right? We don't want to invest in these, give them special low rates, and then they just make profit off it. That's not the intent, right?
Thank you,
Thank you.
Madam Mayor. That's all I have.
Okay.
Madam Mayor.
Commissioner Johnson.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure listening to the story and you paving new trails. So I appreciate the efforts and looking forward and thinking outside the box. So recently, I've had some conversations with Fort Pierce Utilities and actually our building officials here in the room too. I'm not going to ask any questions. They're not going to have to come forward. But obviously the work and the contractors that are working with you in this process, do they specifically handle all of the permitting requirements, or do you have a liaison that helps streamline that process? How does that work in your office?
No, they do. They do. The way it works for us, if you came to us with a contractor that you're already wanting to work with, you would have an invoice in hand. We'd check that invoice to make sure it's fair pricing, and then we would approve a loan based on that amount. When the loan is approved, we don't actually give the money to the homeowner. We issue a notice to proceed to the contractor, who then goes out, does the work, completes it, and then the building inspectors come out. And if they pass that inspection, we'll give a courtesy call to the homeowner to make sure they're happy, and then we will pay the contractor directly at the end.
Good, very good. That's good to know, because some folks are apprehensive about that type of process. Sometimes. So I'm just excited to hear that there's a way to get about the business of, securing the funding portion of it, making sure they're happy, keyword right there at the end, in addition to the agency, the inspection department coming out to look at the work. How many of the projects do we get into? We have an older, inventory of homes within Fort Pierce, as we all know. How many of the projects go a little bit further into the spending portion of it, or is that something that self doesn't even see? Because you said you have to get you get an estimate from the owner or the contractor specifically. Sometimes there might be some wiring upgrades that are unforeseen. Is there a big portion of the projects that are unforeseen circumstances, or not too
Usually,
much?
not usually. The ones that most typically have any open-endedness to them are the roofs, because once you peel off the top, you're not quite sure what you're going to run into. We don't like to do change orders. We really do like to have a contractor come in, give a price that's been negotiated, it's fair, and move forward. We don't like change orders. In the instance of a roof, you have to provide a little bit of flexibility, but generally speaking, we really haven't run into that issue very much. And we've also tried to provide a little more flexibility, so that even though I identified the main categories that we finance, we do have a 20% flex category. So if you ran into other issues that didn't fit into our specific buckets, you'd still have some flexibility to be able to take care of those improvements in your home.
Yeah, excellent. And that's one of the things you talk about, right? Folks are apprehensive sometimes, like, I'm afraid of what's underneath that old roof, So,
So true.
yeah. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Commissioner Broderick, do you have any questions?
Yeah, just a quick question. It was a very impressive presentation, by the way. I guess my takeaway is that you are an in-house lender, in effect. You have multiple sources of revenue that you pool, and then do you do you keep those loans moving forward? You keep them on your books?
We do, we do.
So your inventory of income stream generated through those loans is ever increasing, I'm going to imagine.
Yes, and in fact, we're not only trying to promote sustainability in the community, we're also trying to promote organizational sustainability,
That's
right?
where I was going.
And so we're trying to scale the organization because we make very modest fees and a little bit of spread on the loan. So we derive a little bit of earned revenue from our lending activity. We're trying ultimately to be able to wean ourselves off of government dollars and be able to fully sustain ourselves on the revenues that we're generating. When we started this mission 12 and a half years ago, our sustainability was 0. Well, today we're about 65%, meaning that we're creating about 2/3 of our costs are covered by the earned revenue that we're creating. So as part of our business strategy here is to scale and diversify our lending products and be able to become a one-stop shop for green financing, but to be able to have that economies of scale needed so that we're generating sufficient earned revenue to cover our costs. Our goal is to get to 80 to 90%.
And how challenging is or not challenging, but just in a brief version, what's the application process? So I want to put new windows in or new AC, whatever, roofing, et cetera. So I come to you and say, hey, do you guys got a contractor that you might suggest and valuations, et cetera?
Right.
You assign like a team leader to that project, I'm going to assume.
Right.
Because most of these consumers are probably not really educated in construction and things of this nature.
Yeah, we have, our staff is now at 20. We have 20 staff in 4 states. We have a full-time loan officer in all the key partnering regions that we have. So the two, usually the most common scenario is that the contractors are an extension of our boots on the ground. They're out trying to sell projects. We're being told by our contractors they lose 20 to 40% of all their business because people can't qualify for loans. So that we're filling a key gap for them too. So they're typically bringing us those projects, and in those instances, we're not farming them out to others. If they're coming in with their client and they're offering a reasonable price, we're going to close that deal. If someone comes in and does not have a contractor, we are agnostic. We're not going to promote Joe or Jim. We're going to tell you to go look at our approved list, and we encourage them to go and get several quotes, and then they'll decide which of those companies they like, which pricing they like, which products they like, and they choose. I don't know if I fully answered your question.
Yeah,
there,
you
though.
have, and you couple that with a 2% default rate. This is an impressive program. I'll be honest with you, I'm shocked. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
So
And
this
that's-
type of
that's-
exposure
Yes, exactly.
Well,
That's,
is critical.
Yeah.
I'm just stunned that I haven't.
Well-
This is the business that we're in my daytime job, and so I'm somewhat surprised. But congratulations! I think your formula is a phenomenal footprint for to expand and serve more of the community. It's a very, very impressive program.
Well, thank you, Commissioner Broderick. It is an honor to work with this organization, and when I put my head on the pillow at night, I know my team is extremely proud of the impacts that we're making. We'd like to do a whole lot more in this city, and we've had great support from you, but if we can do even more, just get the word out. We want more homeowners to take advantage of the program, and we want more contractors to take advantage of the program. We want to work with downtown revitalization. We want to work with the Economic Development Council. Many of these financing programs we have are actually economic development tools for redevelopment and even for new construction. So I'd be glad to follow up with you if you had time to sit down and brainstorm further about how we could work together. But we very much would like to work with both the City Commission as well as FPUA.
I clearly agree with you. Well, from the landlord's perspective, it's a mechanism that could sorely be used and put to better use throughout the city of Fort Pierce to improve these landlord-owned properties. The city of Fort Pierce doesn't have rent controls and things of this nature, but there's other methodologies in which to control that contractually with the obligations to your firm, et cetera. But I would enjoy the opportunity to explore it further.
Right.
so I just want to ask how you do that low default rate. I mean, do you have processes in place to, because I think that's very impressive. And others could probably learn.
Well, the key, I would say it's a little closer touch than a typical loan where you're going in as being approved just based on a number, your credit score, yes or no. We're taking a closer look to see what is their income versus their expenses to determine how much disposable income, if any, they have. And then we build a loan based around their ability to pay, right? So, and also we're a nonprofit, so we're not pushing loans on people. If people are behind in their taxes or their child support payments or other things, we won't give them a loan. They need to get their house in order before we'll even consider providing them with loans, because the goal here is to help people, not to hurt them. So I think
Right.
that mentality of our team is also super important. We're really trying to get to know the client, and then we don't have one program. We have one of the broadest suites of financing programs in the country at access to your local residents. So we're trying to figure out which one of those is going to fit best, give them the best terms, best rates, and so forth. So typically, it takes about a day or two to go through the approval process. You can go online at solarenergyloanfund.org, and you can apply online. Our headquarters number is 772-468-1818, and we'd be happy to help you.
Very impressive. Thank you.
Thank you for having me
Anybody
tonight. I
else?
appreciate it.
Anybody else? Thank you very much. We'll have you come back sooner next time.
Great, thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is the consent